all over the back end of him. Here comes Heating going around the lap car there. Moyer, no, Finley about comes back up and gets him. I got that wrong. Steve Beaton still in the lead. Finley in second. Carter Slink in third. Oh, Slink goes off the racetrack. He pulls the race 91 car off the race. Not sure if he meant that or he had something break. Something must have broke in the Carter Slink's race car as he just pulled off like he lost ignition or something on that car. He was smoking a little bit, so it could have been something to do with that. He had a little bit of smoke coming out of that race car. So was smoking, might have quit smoking and broke it down. I'm not sure. Carter Slink getting out of the race car there, so he has probably got some internal problems there. P3 of Steve Beating there ends in the lead, but Chad Finley ganged up on him or won a second like a Beaton's car just slowed down for some reason real quick. I'm not sure what happened to him. Tough luck for Carter Slink there, man. Had a good run in race car there in third. That's going to put Brad Rickles up to the third position now, and Billy Lewis goes almost off the track there on the backstretch, and that's 79. He's back up to the fourth position. Larry Martin Jr. in fifth, and sixth of the 47J of Scott Moyer. All right, we're going to go green next time. Next time by, we're halfway. We're 4 laps in, 4 to go. Scat Racing Products, heat number 2. Winner of this one will be sitting on the outside row beside Rusty Slink here in a few minutes. Steve Beaton taking a pretty good day on his first super late model outing in that P3 car. Green, green, green. Finley looks to the bottom. Here comes Finley to the bottom. Finley goes a good slide job in front of him. Here comes Beaton back to the high side. Good run for the P3 up on the outside. He going down, take the groove off of Finley. He's not going to let him do it again. Let's see if he can drop it back down up here in 1 and 2. Finley gets a good run going into 1. But Beaton has got a good run up on the outside. We got a 2-groove race. Here comes Brad Rickles back up to the third position as him and Bill Lewis side by side for the second and third position. What a race here at Montpelier Speedway, Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Models, PitRoad.tv. Steve Beaton getting a good ride up on the high side still. As Finley looks real good over in turn 1, but that's all he's got. I don't think he's going to get anything for him as Steve Beaton just took the white flag. Still side by side back here for this third position. Brad Rickles is running the Ultimate Heart of America points, so he's running third right now. Here comes Lewis back to the bottom. Steve Beaton getting ready to take a checker flag. Second is going to be Finley. Third is going to be Brad Rickles for third. Bill Lewis for fourth. Fifth of Larry Martin Jr., Scott Moyer in fifth. Your winner, he's out of Martinsville, Indiana, in a Capital race car. Moore, Sod, Jason Hires Trucking, CAI, Porter Pipe, Wire Automotive, Royal Purple, Curtis Garage, Steve Beaton. Final Scat Racing Products Heat 3 coming out now. Wow, 2 good heat races right there. Third heat race coming out now. We've got a 2-groove track right now here at the Montpelier Speedway. Looks like it's going to stay. Yeah, Heat 3, Tim. On the pole of this one, he's out of Trip City, Ohio, in the car number 1, Wayne Chin. On the outside, him in the 317 out of Richmond, Indiana, running for the Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Model Championship in the car 117, Blake Creech. On the outside, him out of Zanesville, Ohio, in the 20, Todd Brennan. And on the outside, him in the 95J in the Wapakoneta, Ohio, Jerry Marsock. And on the outside, him out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, 34 of Herb Rich. And out of Defiance, Ohio, in the 153, John Miller. All right, here we go. First time I've seen Wayne Chin race in a long time, and at a Trip City, Ohio. Young man of Richmond, Indiana, has finished second, I think, twice in the Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Model Series. He's wanting that championship this year. Young man out of Richmond, Indiana, and that 317, Blake Creech. Not sure what Wayne Chin runs, if he runs a rocket or what he runs. BMF chassis for Blake Creech. BMF chassis for Blake Creech. And Todd Brennan in a rocket chassis. And another rocket of Jerry Bowersock. Here we go. Green, green, green. Todd Benham looks to the bottom now. Brennan looks at the bottom, want to try to take the lead as Wayne Chin up on the high side. Here comes Blake Creech. Gets a little dusted there. Had to slow down just a little bit. But Wayne Chin still in the lead in that car. Oh, caution, no start, no start. Call back, call back. '20 car got a little excited there. Todd Brennan wanted to take off a little earlier. That's why he got that good start. We'll try it again. Here we go. Green, green, green. Branham looks up there and goes down to the bottom again. See if he can get a run down there. Blake Creech going to make it 3 wide in that 3.7 to the BMF chassis. Blake Creech to the lead now. Wayne Chin in second. Brennan still in the third position. Fourth of Bowersock. Oh, as Wayne Chin takes the lead back. Here comes Creech back to the bottom as they're slide jobbing up, slide jobbing down. Here comes Creech down to the bottom again, coming out of 4. Good run right here as he goes right back up. Here goes Chin, got the lead that time. Good racing up front by these two guys. Here comes Creech back to the bottom as Chin back goes off the track. And Brennan right there going to maybe take over both of them positions. Good heat race 3 here for the Ultimate Heart of America Super. Here comes Todd Brennan right to the bottom now. Oh, he tried to squeeze break. Creech goes 3 wide. Brennan takes the lead. Car number 20. Woo! Get back, bumper jack, boys. We've got us a race here at Montpelier Speedway. Creech and Brennan right now. Creech going to try to go to 3 wide. He can't get that slide down in the middle. Wow. Todd Brennan in that number 20 cars took the lead now. Wow, what a race. Todd Brennan out of Zanesville, Ohio in the lead. Blake Creech trying to get another momentum up on the high side in that 117 car. Can't do it. Todd Brennan has got a good race car here tonight. He didn't qualify very well, but he's hooked up on that high side right now and rolling. White flag coming out for Todd Brennan. Ooh, what a Scat Products Heat 3 race right there. Todd Brennan breaks it on the bottom, and he wins the heat race 1. Blake Creech 3rd. Wayne Chin 4th. Jerry Bowersock, John Miller, and Herb Rich. He's out of Zanesville, Ohio, in a rocket. Hot shot, 10%. Angry Duck. Don Chevron Oil, Todd Brennan, and car number 20. What a race there, Brad. I'm going to hand it over to you. I got so excited I want to calm down.
Don't calm down too much. We got more great racing coming up out of the Ultimate Heart of America Super Late Model Series. And, boy, that was just a small taste of what you're going to see later on tonight as the crew is battling to sit on the G&G Oil Company victory lane here tonight at Montpelier as we get ready To move into our next class here at the Speedway, the Dirt Car UMP late models, as they're gearing up for their heat races here tonight. As we take a look at the cars on the track, the official lineup looks like this. Inside of the first row in the black 4M, that's Dustin Moore. On the outside in the number 65, Todd Sherman. In row 2, down low, the 96 of Terry Schroff. On the outside in the 05, Dalton Smith. In row 3 as they head down the backstretch. The inside belongs to the 2M of Matt Mitchell. On the outside of 3, the 14B of Josh Betts. Jason McCoy in the number 41. On the inside and on the outside, Andrew Short in the D27. That's the way they are lined up on the track as we get ready to go here in this first heat of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds here at Montpelier Speedway. Big thanks to everybody who has come out to watch these drivers here tonight. We've had a lot of fans through the gate here this evening, and officials are asking you, if you can, to kind of scoot together and make room for these people who are still coming in through the gates here that want to get a good look at our program here tonight, the opening weekend here at Montpelier Speedway by Milkman Promotions. Sunshine, 56 degrees here at the clay banks of Montpelier Speedway, as it looks like we are just about ready to roll here in our first heat race of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Dustin Moore, Todd Sherman lead them to the green, and here they go. A lot of traffic in 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Dustin Moore in the 4M leads the pack around 4 and down the main straightaway. Terry Schroff in the number 96 running in that second position. Matt Mitchell in the 2M running in third. As they bring it around 4, we see the 05 of Dalton Smith running the high side of that track. And so is the number 2 of Matt Mitchell, but we've got a slowed down car. The number 41 of Jason McCoy slowed down a bit. But we've got another problem here just outside of the fourth turn. That's the white number 96 of Terry Schroff. Terry had a good run going, but finds himself straddling the track at this point, just out of 4. Waits for the traffic to get around him. Straightens it up and heads back down the main straightaway. So Terry Schroff with a good run going, but we're going to watch him as he joins the rest of the pack, but this time it looks like he's going to be joining the back of the pack. He's an experienced driver. He's got a fantastic car, so keep your eyes on that white number 96 of Terry Schroff and see how long it takes him to get back within striking distance here during this first heat of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds during our opening night here at Montpelier Speedway. We were to run last Saturday, but unfortunately the weather did not cooperate, so here we are this evening, and boy, I guess we had to wait. We sure got a good night for it because we've still got lots of sunshine, even though it was wet earlier in the week. The track is in fantastic shape here, thanks to Harold and his crew for all the hard work they do. We've got a great racing surface. It's holding up so good so far. So here we go. Dustin Moore in the 4M is going to lead them back to green flag racing here in this first heat of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. As they hit the back of the track, Dustin Moore, Todd Sherman, Dalton Smith, Matt Mitchell running in those top 4 spots. And Terry Schroff in the number 96, he is fighting hard, trying to move up a spot. And a spin down here in the first turn is going to put us under the caution once again. It looks like the 41 of Jason McCoy, and it is. So McCoy gets a little loose there coming out of the first turn. and causes our second caution of this race. So the multicolored number 41 will join the back of the pack as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. It looks like we're going to get at least one more lap in here. We got enough time to remind you about the Quality Care Concession Stand located back behind the scoring tower. All kinds of good food and sides at a really good price. So that is one of the comments that we've heard here time and time again from people coming out of the area into Montpelier saying your prices here at the concession stand are fantastic. Keep it up, and they are keeping it up. The Milkman meal deal tonight, a cheeseburger, fries, and drink for just $8. All right, here we go. We've got 4 laps in. Your Dirt Car UMP Modified Heat 1. Dustin Moore in the number 4 will lead them back to green flag racing. Here's the green. The juice is loose, and they are back underway. Dustin Moore, Todd Sherman, Dalton Smith, Matt Mitchell running in the top 4 spots as they round that 4th turn and head down the front stretch. A little farther back, we see Josh Betts in the number 14, Terry Schroff in the 96. Terry running the high side of the track, trying to get back up into position. He started at the front of the pack, but unfortunately he spun, and we see another spin here between turns 3 and 4. And again, that is the number 41 of Jason McCoy. That's his second yellow in this race. And we see the number 41. It is moving under its own power to the inside apron. Is that where he's going to stay? Apparently, that's his second caution of this race. And so Jason McCoy in the number 41 will finish watching this race from the inside apron as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Our flagman, Brian Bridenthal, gives these drivers a 1-lap signal. So on the next go-around, we anticipate getting back to the green flag. According to the tally here, looks like we've got 6 laps in on this Dirt Car UMP Modified Heat Race number 1. Lined up on the backstretch, this time Todd Sherman in the 65 will lead the pack to the restart. Dustin Moore in a close second, Dalton Smith and Matt Mitchell. Here they come, green flag in the air. We're back at it. Your Dirt Car UMP Modified Heat 1 is underway. Once again, and Terry Schroff there in the number 96. He's fighting hard to try to move up a spot or two. But time is running out as we are under the white flag, working on this final lap here, the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. And we see the D27 of Andrew Short pulling onto the inside apron out of this race, which is captured by the red and black number 65 of Todd Sherman. Todd Sherman picks up the win. Dustin Moore in the 05 picks up second place. In third, Matt Mitchell in the 2M. Then Terry Schroff in the 96 and Josh Betts in the 14B. So a good run here. Your first heat race of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. As we take a look at the official starting lineup for the Modifieds in heat number 2. On the inside of the first row will be the number 15 of Chris Kittle. On the outside of that front row, the yellow and orange number 80 of Cole Sink. Looking to row 2. On the inside, the 21C of Drew Charlson. On the outside of 2, Dustin Nussbaum in the 17N. In row 3, starting on the inside in the 22T, that's Tony Anderson. On the outside in the 22C, Chad Coleman. In row 4, Jim Mallory down low in the number 8. And Caleb Richardson on the outside in the 8K. That's your starting lineup out of 4. Here's the green, and here they go. Down the front stretch, sliding through 1 and 2. A lot of traffic there. Cole Sink riding the high side, pushing that yellow and orange number 80 to the front of the pack, trying to hold on. But he's got 1, 2, 3 cars hot on his tail here. Coming up quickly in the 17N, Dylan Nussbaum. Nussbaum down low, fighting to overtake the lead position from the 80 of Cole Sink. Nussbaum down low, Sink up high. Sink puts the hammer down, able to stay out in front. Sink now drops down to the low side of the track, holding that number 80 out in front. Dylan Nussbaum in the 17 now goes to the high side of the track, slingshot down the backstretch and into turn 3 and 4. And it paid off for the 17 of Dylan Nussbaum as he puts that blue number 17 out in front. Cole Sink not done just yet. As we take a look at the third position, that's Drew Charlson in the red and white 21C, running in that third spot. A little farther back in fourth, that's Chris Kittle in the number 15. Then it's the 22T of Tony Anderson, the 8 of Jim Mallory, the 22C of Chad Coleman. Meanwhile, we divert our attention back to the front of the pack as the white flag is in the air, and we've got a problem down here on the inside of 2. We see the 22C of Chad Coleman gets spun around and faces the opposite direction on the track. So a caution comes out on the last lap of this race. When you're the guy out in front, that's the last thing you want to see is a yellow on that final lap. And they're going to be bunched up here as they go back to green flag racing. Somebody gets a good start, that can change the outcome of the race. Dylan Nussbaum in the 17N is hoping and a praying that he gets off to a good start and the rest of these drivers aren't so lucky. That's what he's hoping for. But keep a close eye on him. Don't count out Cole Sink and the number 80, Drew Charlson in the 21C. They are still within striking distance here. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here, we are on lap 7. We have one more lap to complete here. But boy, oh boy, they're going to be fighting tooth and nail in this last lap. Keep a close eye on them, especially up at the front. Out of 4, here they go. Down the backstretch they come. Dylan Nussbaum in the 17 brings it around 4. Down the main straightaway. White flag as we work on that final lap. Cole Sink in the 80, Drew Charlson in the 21, running 1, 2, and 3. And here they come. Down the front stretch, the checkered flag in the air. And Drew Charlson picks up second place over the 80 of Cole Sink. A close run there. But Dylan Nussbaum in the 17 manages to hold on and gets the win. Meanwhile, the 21C of Drew Charlson sneaks in and steals second place away from the 80 of Cole Sink. He'll have to be happy with that third finish. In heat number 2 of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds here at Montpelier Speedway on the Claybanks here at Montpelier, Indiana. As we take a look at the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds, involved in heat number 3. On the inside, we see the number 2 of James Waters. On the outside of the first row in the 11, Jason Brennan. In row 2, down low on the inside in the number 57. It's good to see him back at the Speedway this year. Josh Malott behind the wheel of the 57. On the outside in the 17J, that's Jared Clay. In row 3, Clayton Bryant. On the inside of the 114, Alex Seifer in the C4. Then in row 4, Dan Snyder in the 75. Out of 4, there's the green, off and running once again here in the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. This time we're rolling through the 3rd heat as they bring it around turns 3 and 4 and head down the front stretch. Looky here, Josh Malott in the number 57. But nope, we've got a problem here on the track as we are under the caution. Right here on the front stretch, right up alongside the guardrail. So some hard luck for Jimmy Waters. His number 2 comes to a stop alongside the guardrail here on the front stretch. That number 2 started on the pole. Things didn't go exactly the way James would have liked for him to, but such is the world of dirt track racing, I suppose. So, and it looks like they've got him on the hook now, so that car will be exiting the track. Boy, we've got a real back-and-forth battle going on, even though we've only got a lap in. You could tell that things were getting kind of heated between Clayton Bryant in the 114 and the 11 of Jason Brennan. And while those two were battling it out, Josh Malott in the 57 saw a window of opportunity, and he snuck up in there. So Josh Malott in the white number 57, your lead car, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here in Heat 3 of the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. So we've got Malott, Bryant, and Brennan in those top 3 spots, but we see the number 17 of Jared Clay wanting to get up there in the mix as well. So Alex Seifer in the C4, Dan Snyder in the 75. The rest of the cars here involved in this heat. All right, looks like they are in order and we are ready to go. One official lap has been scored. One lap of this third heat in the modifieds has been scored. 7 laps to go. Josh Malott in the 57. Clayton Bryant in the 114. Jason Brennan in the 11. The 17J of Jared Clay. Alex Ziefer in the C4. Dan Snyder in the 75. That's the way you see them. That's the way they're lined up on the track as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Malott will lead them this time, and here they go. A lot of traffic. Looky here. Clayton Bryant on the high side. Josh Malott says, no, I'm not ready yet. Bryant pushing hard. Slingshot out of 4 down the main straightaway and captures the lead as he heads into turn 1. And Jason Brennan is right there within striking distance. He wants to put that blue and white 11 into second position. And it looks like he has done so as he passes the flag stand. But no, another caution on the track. This time down in turn 4. A couple cars may have collided, but looked minimal at best. That's the C4 of Alex Ziefer. So he'll rejoin the pack on the back. We are 3 laps in. 3 laps in. It looks a little different up at the front now. Clayton Bryant in the 114. Jason Brennan in the 11. Josh Malott in the 57. Your top 3 spots as we get ready to go back to green flag racing. Out of 4. Here they go. Clayton Bryant in the white, blue, and black, number 114. Brings it around the home stretch here at the halfway mark. White flag. Clayton Bryant, Jason Brennan, Josh Malott running 1, 2, and 3 as we finish up this final lap of the race. Here he comes, first win at Montpelier in 2025 for the 114 of Clayton Bryant. Jason Brennan will finish in second. Josh Malott picking up third here in the white and red number 57. So give all these dirt car modified drivers a big round of applause. Good showing in the mod division here this evening. $22 cars in the UMP dirt car division. As we move on to the street stock division. Running a total of 3 heats in the streets tonight. In this first heat, starting on the inside of the first row, in the number 7, Dan Wooten. On the outside, in the 37, Caleb Hinckley. In row 2, on the inside, in the number 1, Irvin Turner. On the outside of the 75, Jeremy Creech. In row 3, that's the 10 of Mike Oler. On the outside of 3, the 11X of Rusty Gocknauer. In row 4, on the inside, Jeremy Wilbur in the 18, Bob